Welcome back to Ghost Watchers Northwest. Today's video we are looking at 4 of the most baffling paranormal photographs. It is certainly one not to be missed. But before we continue with the video, I just want to apologise for the lack of content. Some of you may not know that Yvonne is actually battling cancer and she's unable to participate as much. She's hoping to maybe participate a little bit here and there, but at the minute, her main concern is her health and getting through this. She has just finished her treatment and we're just basically waiting to see what the results are from that treatment and to see what the next steps are. So I'd let you know about that. She's such a strong lady and she has been so strong throughout this all. And if some of you don't know, Yvonne is my mum, so it's been quite an emotional time for us as a family, but she really is such a strong lady and she's getting through this. So I just thought I'd let you know how she's doing. Anyway, let's get on with this video. Some photographs capture a moment in time, others capture a mystery. Over the years, a handful of images have become some of the most famous paranormal photographs ever taken. Some believe they're genuine evidence of the supernatural, while others argue they can all be explained by photography, coincidence, or even deception. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at 4 of the world's most famous ghost photographs. We'll explore the story behind each image, the evidence for and against, and at the end, you can decide for yourself. Are these genuine glimpses into the unknown, or simply some of history's greatest photographic mysteries? Freddie Jackson's Squadron Photo, 1919. In 1919, a Royal Air Force squadron gathered for a group photograph. 2 days before the picture was taken, one of their mechanics, Freddie Jackson, had died in an accident involving an aircraft propeller. When the developed photograph came back, many of the men believed they recognised Freddie's face peering over the shoulder of another airman, even though he was said to have died before the group photo was taken. Some of the chilling evidence for this photograph being legit is that many of the members of the squadron reportedly identified the face as Freddie Jackson. So this wasn't just one person, there was many people that recognised his face. The resemblance is said to be striking and the story has survived for more than a century. However, some people argue the photograph may have been taken before his funeral, meaning he could still have been present. Others argue the face could simply belong to another member of the squadron and that maybe he just shares similar features. Some people argue that early cameras often produce unusual effects and double exposures. It's certainly one of the most famous ghost photographs ever taken, but whether it's really Freddie Jackson, I'm not convinced. We can't know for certain. Is it the ghost of Freddie Jackson, or is there a reasonable explanation behind the photograph?
Right, ignore the rain. But right, picture 1, Freddie Jackson. When I first looked at this picture, I noticed the face peering over the shoulder, wasn't wearing a hat, and was somewhat faded at the sides. But with cameras in them days, you can't rule out double exposure. So with that in mind, I'm going to go 50-50 on this one.
Brown Lady of Raynham Hall, 1936. This photograph was taken by photographers from Country Life magazine while they were documenting the hall in Norfolk, England. As they photographed the grand staircase, they claimed to see a misty figure descending the steps.
Do you see me?
One photographer shouted to the other to take the picture immediately. The resulting image became known as the Brown Lady. Some of the evidence for suggests that the ghost apparition could be real, as this was taken by experienced photographers. Witnesses also claimed to see the figure before the photo was actually captured. The hall was also known to have a long-standing reputation for ghostly sightings. Critics suggest it could have been caused by a long exposure or reflected light, and some believe it was an accidental photographic effect. However, modern experts have never reached a definitive conclusion. Whether it's a ghost or a camera effect, this remains one of the world's most famous paranormal photographs.
Picture 2, the brown lady. When I looked at this picture, I didn't see it. I just saw a light flow. However, with witnesses saying they saw a misty figure and that's why they took the photo, puts a bit of doubt in what I see. But without being a witness to it myself, I'm going to go with it's a light flow.
William Hope was a British photographer in the early 1900s who claimed he could capture the spirits of deceased loved ones standing beside the living. Many grieving families believed his photographs offered proof of life after death. It was said that hundreds of people believed his work was actually genuine. Some clients insisted they recognised the spirits in the images. Spirit photography also became hugely popular during and after World War I. Investigators later accused Hope of using double exposures and photographic tricks. Researchers recreated similar effects using the technology available at the time. It was said that his reputation and popularity suffered drastically after claims of fraud. William Hope's work changed paranormal history, but today most historians believed many of his images were actually created using photographic techniques rather than the supernatural.
Now, picture 3, William Hope. When I looked at this photo, straight away I thought, no, not real. The photo just looks too posed and staged to me. So on this one, I'm going to say no, fake.
The Newby Church Ghost Photograph, 1963. The Newby Church Ghost Photograph is one of the most famous paranormal images ever captured. In 1963, Reverend Kenneth F. Lord took a photograph inside the Church of Christ Consoler at Newby, North Yorkshire. He was photographing the interior of the church, particularly the altar area, when he later developed the film and noticed something unexpected. Standing in the image was what appeared to be a huge hooded figure, often described as a monk-like apparition, standing inside the church. In support of this being a paranormal photograph, people often comment on the size of the figure. The figure appears unusually tall, estimated by some to be around 9 feet high. It doesn't look like a person standing naturally in the church. Another compelling evidence is that Reverend Lord reportedly said he did not see anyone in the church when he took the photograph. The image is said to have been examined frequently. The photograph has been analysed by photograph experts and paranormal investigators over the years. Some have even argued it does not show obvious signs of a simple double exposure. However, critics argue that it could be a possible double exposure. One of the most common explanations is that the image could have been caused by two images being combined accidentally or deliberately. And some experts have even suggested it may have been created using photographic techniques available at the time. Another thing to consider is there was no independent witnesses. Although Reverend Lord took the photograph, Nobody else reported seeing the figure in the church at the time. Critics also point out that the hood and shape could be a result of shadows, lighting, or objects in the church being misinterpreted. The Newby Church ghost photograph remains one of the most recognisable paranormal images ever taken. For believers, the size and the detail of a figure make it difficult to explain. For skeptics, photographic techniques provide possible answers. Whether this is a genuine apparition or a clever camera effect, it is still very much debated today.
Picture 4, the Newby Church. When I first looked at this picture, I did see a hooded figure at the side, right-hand side of the altar. But as I look over the picture, I see lots of faces all over it. So this makes me wonder, am I seeing these faces in the picture, or is it just pareidolia? So, again, not sure on this one, so I'm going to go 50-50 with this one. Out of all the pictures, my most convincing ones are photo 1, Freddie Jackson, and photo 4, Newby Church. The others, I'm not seeing it. So, thank you for watching. Take care for now.
Whether these photographs captured genuine paranormal activity or can all be explained through photography and coincidence is something we'll probably never know. But one thing is certain, they continue to fascinate people around the world. Which photograph do you find the most convincing? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more paranormal mysteries. Until next time, stay curious.